1, 2, 3.
Nerd talk.
All right.
I don't know if we're ever doing. Are we trying to do that in a coordinated way?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we just.
Because I always just kind
It's
of.
always different each time.
Yeah. Well.
But yeah,
this is
so
Nerd Talk.
This is Nerd Talk. I'm Derek.
I'm Derek. I'm Justin.
And I'm Justin. And we are on location in the Rock's living room of all places.
Yeah. He's hanging out over there on his computer. He just waved.
He just waved, and so did his friend Mike.
Yeah.
And so speaking of The Rock, we can just go right into that.
Yeah.
The Rock has been cast as Black Adam in the upcoming DC film Shazam.
Yeah, it's official.
It's the sequel of that Shaquille O'Neal movie.
That was Kazam. That was Kazam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no affiliation with that whatsoever?
I don't think so. That would be... I'd much rather see The Rock in a sequel to Kazam, I think.
Because I was thinking, he looks a lot like Shaquille O'Neal.
He does, except...
So I figured maybe it was like a recasting kind of thing.
Yeah.
So watch Shazam then.
Shazam is that superhero. He's not a genie.
Oh, okay.
Isn't he the one, like, the kid... Because I don't know a whole lot about him. I guess the kids yell Shazam or something, and then he comes out.
Like all of the kids?
Well, there's like a certain kid or...
Shazam!
Yeah, like, I don't remember.
Here I am, children!
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is.
Okay, so he's playing Black Adam, which is...
he's been teasing it for a while.
Shazam's villain.
Yes.
And
he looks just like The Rock. It's pretty perfect casting.
He actually does. I was looking at pictures and I was like, how they must have like arranged this somehow. Like,
yeah.
Maybe I feel like a long time ago when they created him, they're like, we should model him after this future Dwayne Johnson figure.
Okay, or they created Dwayne Johnson.
Or they created Dwayne Johnson in
Black Adam's image.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe.
He wasn't born, he was created. But
that's a pretty big deal, though.
It is.
Because and they've casted the villain before the hero, which is kind of a big deal.
And not Black Adam, The Rock doesn't necessarily play villains that often. Mm-hmm. I mean, he did in the Fast and Furious, but then he became a good guy.
Yeah, he was like a villain without being a villain.
And he was like a villain in the Tooth Fairy, I believe.
No, I think he was the lead character in that.
Oh, okay.
But let's not talk about the Tooth Fairy.
But speaking of Shazam, have they cast Shazam?
No, that's what's funny or interesting is that.
So they've only cast the villain.
They've only cast the villain. Who do you think should play Shazam?
I was thinking. I was actually thinking about this.
Okay.
I had one name come to my mind. I was thinking it would be kind of cool if Charlie Hunnam did it. Okay. Because we haven't seen him as like a superhero or anything. He did Pacific Rim, but
yeah, it's kind of superhero-ish.
I think he'd be a good superhero.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. He doesn't really look the part for Shazam, though.
I can't think of a lot of humans that look the part for Shazam.
Okay, good point.
Like Vin Diesel and The Rock are the only two that have that look to them.
Yeah.
Unless you just take a wrestler and hopefully they become a good actor.
Yeah, like John Cena was a name I saw somebody that they should.
I don't want John Cena.
I don't want John Cena anywhere near this movie.
No, I don't want him to act.
Unless he's like in the background and gets murdered by The Rock or Black Adam.
But besides that, maybe like Idris Elba.
Just make him
Fillion.
Real black. Yeah. Since they're like who we suggest for everybody.
It could be one of those.
I was thinking John Hamm maybe. He'd have to buff up, or they'd have to.
He would really have to buff up, but
or he just not be as big. And I swear I had another idea not long ago that would have been
Benedict
awesome.
Cumberbatch.
Well, he's rumored for all kinds of DC stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently, like rumored to be considered for everything, but. I just had another good idea, and I forgot it again.
The Rock, do you have any ideas for who could play Shazam?
Who could be your...
Who could fight you?
Shaq.
So Shaquille O'Neal. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe it is a
Kazam sequel.
So Shazam would be the bad guy to Kazam?
Yeah.
Like the opposite, like a Bizarro?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because Black Adam's like Shazam's Bizarro, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't really know a lot about Shazam. I feel worthless.
I know, but it's still really cool. That
it is super cool.
So Benedict Cumberbatch was rumored for everything. I guess the biggest one is that he was considered for Martian Manhunter.
I could see that.
But also rumored for a villain in some other movie. Don't know who or what, but
he'd be a good reboot of Green Lantern.
Yeah.
If they continue with the Hal Jordan, all of that.
That's true. Yeah, he could. I mean, he probably would do a great villain at anything. I almost don't want him to be a villain though.
Or the film version of Green Arrow.
Yeah, that's true.
That'd be pretty cool.
He could pull off a decent Joker, I bet, if they wanted to go with the Joker. But
yeah, but I don't know if they would.
Or maybe the Riddler even.
Supergirl TV show.
There's a Supergirl TV show in the works. May or may not be on CW. They could shop it around. People who work on Arrow or something, I think, are working on
it. They're doing a lot of TV.
The Tick.
The Tick's coming back,
The Tick is coming back on Amazon.
With Patrick Warburton again.
With Patrick Warburton.
I'm a huge fan of The Tick.
Oh, yeah, it's
I love The Tick. The cartoon, the live action.
Patrick Warburton in general.
I heard another rumor that they're trying to bring back the original cast as well.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. So like
that would be so cool to have Batman back and the original Arthur and all that.
I was gonna call him by his name in Lost, and you called him by the right name.
You were gonna say Richard Alpert.
I was gonna say Richard Alpert, but
Gotham's mayor.
Yeah, yeah, that would be.
Not gonna lie, like he was my favorite part of The Tick. Besides Patrick Warburton.
He was hilarious.
And I think it'd be cool if they did bring it back and they brought some of the characters from the animated show that we didn't get to see in the original live action, like Detonator Mouse.
Right.
He was always cool.
Yeah, I don't know Detonator Mouse very well. I almost think they should just continue it from where the original ended and pretend like
it never ended. Just keep it going.
Yeah, they're just having a conversation from something that happened in the last episode.
And that one's going to be on Amazon Prime, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good reason to get Amazon.
So get Amazon Prime. We'll plug that for you.
Yeah. We've seen set pics from Daredevil.
Yeah.
Daredevil show. And there's already, I guess there's been, water cooler talk of the Defenders.
I like that, water cooler talk. Yeah. Patent.
About the Defenders, because the Daredevil series and Jessica Jones and Iron Fist, they're leading into a Defenders. Either a Netflix movie or another series, I don't remember which now, it's been so long.
Yeah.
But there's already been talks of them crossing over the Avengers. It's nothing guaranteed, but they've talked about it.
I think it's cool that they're calling that the Defenders, since that's the other big Marvel team, though they weren't horribly popular.
Right.
But in the comics, it was always Silver Surfer, Doctor Strange, Namor, and the Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's kind of cool that they're switching that up, because we're going to see Doctor Strange, and he's obviously going to be part of the Avengers instead. Yeah. And I don't know if we're ever going to see Silver Surfer again.
I don't know, but it could be cool if he pops up in the show. I kind of hope they have random characters pop up.
I do too.
Just if Ghost Rider or Punisher popped up, now that they have rights to them.
Silver Surfer might not necessarily, since they're going to be on the street level. But I agree that it'd be cool if we had, throw in some of the ones that aren't really huge. Have maybe Misty Knight and Colleen Wig in there.
Yeah.
And, some, like you said, Ghost Rider, Blade.
That'd be cool. Just someone that could pop up.
That'd be really cool. Have them just in episodes every now and then, or something like a Marvel team up.
Yeah. So would you want Wesley Snipes as Blade to just pop up in this?
I would.
Okay.
I want Wesley Snipes to be, not necessarily be Blade again, but that'd be cool for him to reprise his role in an episode or something. I do want Blade to be rebooted though.
With Idris Elba.
Of course.
Or Nathan Fillion.
Or Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. Out of the box. He's going to play Miles Morales in the cartoon.
He is, which is really cool.
He's actually going to play Spider-Man.
It's about time.
At least by voice. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish he was Peter Parker, but...
Yeah.
Miles Morales is alright, but...
Yeah.
He's not Spider-Man.
But he's no Peter Parker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What else is going on with Marvel TV? Or superhero TV in general?
That's about it that I know of.
The Terminator, but that's not TV. That's not TV. Movie.
That's a movie, but they've already have release dates for 2017 and 18 for sequels to Terminator Genesis, which comes out next year.
So they're already anticipating that's going to be an amazing film.
Yeah, they're getting cocky.
They are, and the last two Terminators kind of sucked.
Yeah, I kind of hope what happens is that they release it, but they're already so far into production on the sequels that they're and it turns out bad,
Yeah.
And they're already so far ahead in the sequels that they're like, shit, well now we have to do this, because we promised it and we started already. But then maybe the sequels will be good, and it'll be fine, but...
Yeah.
They must have a lot of confidence in it, though. I imagine it'll be decent. It's going to be cool. I think it's going to be like a Star Trek reboot thing where they do a new timeline of, it involves time travel, the whole story in general, so...
Speaking of Star Trek, random thing about Star Wars is, they're bringing in the new Star Wars cartoon series, Star Wars Rebels.
Okay.
There's a rumor that the villain from that show is going to be the villain in the new Star Wars film.
Okay.
So there's going to be a little tie-in thing there.
Okay.
Which is kind of neat.
That is kind of neat.
But I don't know if you're going to have to necessarily watch the cartoon to know who the villain is, or if they're going to be able to just reintroduce him in the movie or something. Or
that's true, because not everybody who watches the movies would watch the show.
Yeah.
General audiences.
But it's also just a rumor.
Right. That'd be kind of a neat throw-in.
Because they were talking about the Luke Skywalker's hand thing with the lightsaber and all that, and it's supposed to all lead back to this group of villains that they're going to be introducing in the cartoon.
Right. Oh. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I read that the other day.
Neat. Star Wars stuff. We don't always talk about Star Wars stuff.
We don't because they don't release a lot.
That's true. It's very secretive.
It's J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams.
He's all about the secrets.
All about secrets. Speaking of secrets, Scoot McNairy, we know, is in the Batman vs Superman movie.
That's not a secret.
Well, yeah, but we don't know who is playing.
We don't.
They're being very secretive about it.
My guess is the Flash.
You think it's the Flash?
Green screen legs.
They released set photos of him, the set photos I saw at first were just him around, and then like a couple days later, I happened to catch a photo of him with green screen legs, and I was like, what the hell? That's
so
random.
did they just straight up get a green screen and wrap his legs in it?
No, he's wearing these like green sock things, but...
So he's obviously the Flash.
Yeah, like...
Because who else gets green screen legs?
But why would they green screen his legs?
Because he's running.
Yeah, but like, are they going to have the cheesy, cartoon spinny things?
Of course.
Okay, well that makes sense.
I mean, why wouldn't they?
Yeah, you're right. What am I thinking?
Unless he doesn't have legs.
Yeah, because that's the other rumor. I read one rumor that said that he was Jimmy Olsen, but
Jimmy Olsen has legs.
Yeah, but they're saying that they're putting a spin on it because it's not Zack Snyder changing things, and he's gonna have been like injured in the destruction of Metropolis whenever Zod came in, But he could also just be.
He could have robot legs.
So he could have some sort of robot legs, but he could also just be any random character that they're introducing.
That has
who
robot legs.
has robot legs,
So, because that's a common thing in Metropolis.
Yeah, well. Or somebody who, maybe not robot legs,
Cyborg.
But they've casted Cyborg already.
Maybe they just threw that out the window. And...
like, actually, we want this scrawny white guy as Cyborg. Yes.
So, sorry, other dude.
We know you're a much better fit, but we want to go out.
But we want Scoot McNairy.
But yeah, he could just be any random guy who got hurt in the destruction. Or, has,
Because he's not huge in Hollywood.
No, not yet.
He's working his way up.
Yeah.
He's going to be the next Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Just to throw a name out there.
all the people. Besides that, there hasn't been a lot of updates on Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
But speaking of Batman, we went to it seems like forever ago now, like last month or end of July.
Batman's birthday.
Yeah. Party. Elite Comics had a 75th anniversary celebration for Batman, and we were there and interviewed people, and it was a pretty fun time. Saw people in cool costumes, and basically we talked to people about their opinions on Batman vs Superman.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was fun. I made my little brother go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here's our sneak peek.
So what are your thoughts on the upcoming movie?
Really excited, actually. We are of the minority that seem to have really liked Man of Steel. Thought it was a great modern take on Superman, kind of brought the idea of Superman into an era where our morals are a little bit different, and we understand that sometimes you have to take that extra step. And the idea of him facing off Batman, someone who doesn't have his level of power but will never take that final step to kill a villain, I'm really interested to see how it plays out. Plus, we're big Zack Snyder fans, so no matter what, we're going to see it.
I'm on the fence of Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. I'm going to wait until footage comes out till I say anything, but I have positive vibes.
So, yeah, you can watch the rest of it on our Piper Plows YouTube page.
Also in movie news, so Joaquin Phoenix was cast as Doctor Strange.
Or supposedly he was like really close.
But now he's having second thoughts.
That's the next, yeah.
And, which, I don't know why he would, because that's a huge deal to be cast in a Marvel movie these days. Everyone wants to be in Marvel movies.
Yeah.
People are like, I don't give a shit about DC. I want to be in the next Marvel movie.
Right. DC hasn't proved itself yet. They've got a lot of proving themselves to do.
With Guardians of the Galaxy, Robert Downey Jr. even said that was his favorite superhero movie.
He did.
And he's Iron Man.
He's Iron Man. He was in the Avengers.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that The Rock said that it was his favorite. He wished he would have been in a Marvel movie, right, The Rock?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see? But I think I was reading that the reason he's hesitant is because of how much green screen work is going to be done, and he's not used to that.
Yeah.
So he's like uncomfortable with it. He seems like a weird guy, so...
He does, but he's a good actor.
He's a really good actor.
And I think he would be a pretty good Doctor Strange, but seeing how people have been like, I want to be in a Marvel movie, the latest one to say that was Al Pacino.
Yeah.
And like he was raving about Guardians of the Galaxy. He loved it, Mm-hmm. And so I think they should make Al Pacino Doctor Strange.
Okay. Are you listening, Marvel?
Yeah, listen to this. So we have Doctor Strange where he's already in his prime. He's already the Sorcerer Supreme. You know, he knows what he's doing. He's an expert with his magic and shit. We don't need his origin story. We can do that through...
They said they weren't going to do an origin story, so...
Yeah. So, we like, if they need that stuff, they can do it through through flashbacks and all that. And they could even have Al Pacino for the flashback still, you know, just do some of that movie magic stuff.
Yeah,
make him look a little younger.
Yeah.
Or keep Joaquin Phoenix and have him be like a younger Doctor Strange.
That's true. Or if Joaquin Phoenix doesn't do it, then Justin Theroux could be a young Al Pacino.
Justin Theroux would be a really good young Al Pacino.
And they could still do, like, I mean, you could have just some sort of story going on with old man Al Pacino, but it's obviously in the future, as opposed to flashbacks. It's like, we're just seeing it in the future and that he's recollecting, you know, his life. So that way you can still have the younger one go on to the Avengers, because...
Or it could even be through, like, a series of dialogue. They don't even need the flashbacks and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, have Captain America be like, so, how'd you become the Sorcerer Supreme? And he'd be like, bah, 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 bah.
Ooh-ah.
Ooh-ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, we'll have Al Pacino there, and then we'll have Ken Watanabe as his Asian sidekick.
Yeah.
Or Wong, that was his name.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all we need.
No, that's all we need. I have a feeling Marvel wouldn't do that because Al Pacino's old. And if they want him to take over the Robert Downey Jr. role of the Avengers, but that's why I'd be cool.
But Doctor Strange is already, you know, kind of old.
Yeah.
He has his silver streaks through his hair.
That's true.
You know, he's already up there in age.
That's true.
And Al Pacino definitely has like at least 7 movies left in him.
You think he's got at least 7? Not 7 years necessarily, but 7 movies.
7 movies.
So, okay. So if they just film all the Doctor Strange movies within like 2 years.
Because of course it's going to be a trilogy. You know, we can have the Doctor Strange trilogy with him and Avengers
4, 5,
and 6.
Just film those, like film all the parts necessary.
And then he'll have a cameo role in, you know, some other Marvel movie. There's the 7 films.
Okay.
There you go, Marvel.
There you go, Marvel.
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
And by the way, Al Pacino, you're welcome.
Yeah. We deserve some sort of credit.
Because I know you're watching
or
this.
Derek deserves some sort of credit.
I can share it with you.
Like, yeah, special thanks to Nerd Talk for getting me this movie. That'd be cool.
It would. You're welcome. Anything else going on in the world?
No.
That's about it.
So that's it. That's this episode. Thank you.
That's how we're going to end it. Just thank you?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.